morning. Good morning. I'm Bill Daniels, principal here. When I moved here, one of the first tasks you have to do when you take over an organization is you have to determine what does that organization, the members of that organization believe. What do they believe is important? What are the hills they'll die on? And to that end, we developed the core values here. When I say we developed them, each person on the staff wrote down what they considered were essential core values. Then we took those individuals and put them together in their departments, and their departments developed the core values from those individuals, and then it went to the committee that is a site-based decision-making committee, and you have those in front of you. There are copies of them, and every one of those is numbered 1, because we do not believe that any one core value is greater than the other. But at the top of this list, we believe extracurricular activities enrich our students and are vital for individual and school identity. And sometimes in this world of high-stakes testing, we lose sight of the fact that school is more than just a set of tests and develops an identity based on more than just one set of tests. Right now at this school, there is tennis, girls soccer, boys soccer, girls softball, boys baseball, girls track, boys track, the UIL one-act play. We are hosting the 13-5A district championships here today and tomorrow. We have UIL academic teams leaving for competitions tomorrow. We have the orchestra and choir leaving to go play in Austin at the Capitol. And that's this week. That was this week. Next week will be a whole nother set. And in that vein, tomorrow, we have a butterfly release. There's a young girl who has cancer in Kingwood. Our students have bought 600 butterflies, and the money they raise for that will be released and will be turned over to her. It will be out in the flagpole area. And directly following that, we have a pep rally for our academic people who are going to be competing in academic activities, academic events. Do any of these things, butterfly releases, pep rallies for academic events, do any of those things by themselves raise test scores? No, they do not. Do you have a good school if you don't do those things? No, you do not. That's what high school is about, that's what communities are about, that's what organizations are about, and that's part of the culture and climate. Overall, a school is an amalgamation of academics, athletics, fine arts, and organizations that promote involvement, all working together. Athletics gets some kids to college that wouldn't go. Academics gets kids to college and be successful that would not be that way. Fine arts is the same way, and being involved in an organization in school saves some kids' lives. They become involved. All those things work together, and we make those positively affect our climate and culture. And that is where we work. That's where we strive. We feel as though we have made good strides in those areas this year, but we will continue to improve. Everybody that wants a club gets a club if they get a sponsor. I don't agree with all the clubs. I don't necessarily want an airsoft club. But those kids now are not going home or getting in trouble in the afternoon. They're up here. We have a gamers club. I hope we have a ping pong club. We'll see. We have 4 in different schools. But basically what we want to do is make children realize and make students realize that they are part of something bigger than just themselves. Learn how to belong, learn how to make a difference. Questions for me, because with all this other stuff, I also have 3 lunches with 1,000 kids in each lunch. I will say this, when people ask me how it is, I'll say it's never boring. Do you have any questions for me? And I want to welcome all of y'all once again. Feel free to come by. If you'd like to come tour the school sometime, feel free. Tomorrow, we'll be running March Madness in the cafeteria, so they can watch that if they want to at TVs. And I also take song requests, and we play music on Fridays in the cafeteria to provide them a chance to dance. Questions? Feel free to email me at any time. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So, just real quick, Mr. Daniels came to us in August. He has been a great addition to the Young YSD family, which is also a great segue into our next speaker. One of the things, before I do that, as you can see, Artistic Stitches is our presenting sponsor today, and we will have them come up and say a few words about the middle of the program. So, without further ado, the Houston Open and the Houston Golf Association used to be located out in the Woodlands, and we are so thrilled to have them in our backyard at Redstone Country Club. And the Open is coming up next week. The HGA has partnered with the school district and many local school districts for the first tee program, and the amount of, I believe you are number 2 on the PGA in charitable giving, is that correct? Yep. So we've asked Steve Hims to come in and talk about what they're doing. They're a good friend of the school district, a good partner to the community, and he is just running 90-0 with the Open next week, so I appreciate your time coming in. Steve Hims.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's a busy time of year for the Houston Golf Association and all of our volunteers, and I appreciate the opportunity to come in and speak to you today. I want to tell you a little bit, first of all, about the Houston Golf Association. We were founded in 1946 by some local businessmen with the express purpose of conducting professional golf tournaments. And over the years, it's morphed into an organization that uses golf as a vehicle to positively impact the community. Our mission is to organize golf tournaments for the benefit of local charities and for our youth development programs, of which we have a number of initiatives that we're involved in that I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, specifically the first. Metrics as well. It's really to reward a student on doing a great job on their activity. Then we have 3 primary benefiting charities: Boys and Girls Harbor, Centacor Foundation, and the Chamberlain Prep School. University of Greater Houston. When we moved to Redstone in 2003, after being in the Woodlands for 26 years, our partners with Redstone, we had a vision of creating something that was some kind of youth initiative. And the University of Greater Houston is a chapter that the Houston Golf Association holds a charter for. Golf is just the vehicle. It's just the way we deliver the life skills curriculum. And it's all based on 9 core values, and really equipping young people with the tools, some of the tools to be successful in life. If it turns out that they want to be golfers, if they become golf enthusiasts, play competitive golf in our program, that's just a bonus to us. The primary thing we want to do is give them the opportunity to be exposed to these 9 core values and positive adult role models. Our fifth grade PE classes with a standardized curriculum and an equipment kit that we provide, and train the educators to implement this life skills program in the elementary school PE class setting. The equipment is shown here. I think that's at Whispering Pines Elementary. PE teachers showing great form. invite you all to come out for sure. But I really wanted to talk just briefly about what the tournament means to the area. The real winners are the kids that I talked about, but the most important thing is that we want you to know that we're happy to be in the Humble area. We're great to feel, blessed to be at Redstone Golf Club. It's been a phenomenal partnership with Redstone. We've got them through 2017 as our host site, as well as Shell Oil Company as our sponsor. Broadcast coverage on the Golf Channel and NBC. Shellysnow, if you want to pick that up, you can always find out more on shellysnow.com. But I really appreciate you having us. We look forward to seeing you at the 2013 Shellysnow. Happy to answer any questions if anyone has.
Did you bring somebody with you today?
I did. Celeste Womble is here. Celeste is our Manager Director for Sales and Marketing and Public Affairs. So thank you for helping me out of the grease.
We appreciate the partnership with the school district and all you do for our community. We look forward to working with the Chamber of Commerce and seeing how we can do more partnerships with the Houston Golf Association. I know y'all got to run. They're not being rude. They got a little bit of golf tournament to run. All right, next I'd like to invite Carol Harden-Oliver. She's the pharmacy supervisor with Walgreens.
Good morning. Thank you very much for allowing me to come and speak to your group. Tell you a little bit about our business, Walgreens, especially the practice of pharmacy, and how it affects your business and what you do in the community. And the way that we tie together is not just that we're all doing business here in this community, but the fact that healthcare changes in America right now are going to impact everyone here. I see many friends from the healthcare industry in this room, pharmacists and people who have pharmacies in their business, as well as those of you who do business just on a retail basis. So how is this going to affect every one of us? Well, I'm going to tell you a very brief story. And I call this story Limousines, Taxis, and Buses. There was a town, it was a small town, and they wanted to attract more business. So they came up with the idea. The mayor met with all of the business people like yourselves. What can we do to attract more people to live in our community? Well, why don't we give free limousine rides anywhere you want to go in our city? So if I wanted to go to your business, need some supplement. There's not enough limousines in this town. We need a supplement. We'll take the taxi drivers. We'll pay the taxi drivers, and the taxi drivers will also start delivering people anywhere they want to go. They can go do business with you. They can go do business with you. Just all you have to do is raise their hand, and the taxi comes right where you are and takes you right where you want to go over to the next business. Is this great? Is this a great idea? And the business owners all night and said, this is great. This is wonderful. Well, everybody started to move into their city, and the tax burden was out of control. The mayor had to go back to all the business owners and say, what? I need some more tax money. We can't support all these limousines and taxes. I'm going to have to tax you. And they went back to their business council and they said, you know what? We don't have to live in this town. We can move to the next town over where the taxes are lower. So he's starting to lose their tax base. At the same time, they're spending more and more money. And what's the moral of this? How do you fix it? Well, the mayor and the business council got together before they left and said, what if we change what we do? What if we started using the buses? Well, it's a little less convenient, isn't it? You can't just raise your arm on the side of the street or call up that limo. You have to go to where the bus leaves, don't you? You have to get on the bus with a whole bunch of other people. You have to wait a few stops until somebody else gets off. Well, that's where we're finding ourselves today. We had a limousine healthcare system. We still do. I think everyone in the room would love to go see Dr. Agarwal. I know he's the limousine in this room. He's outstanding. He's the top of his field. I would like to go see him if I ever got sick. It would be wonderful. What? Can we all go see him? Can the whole city of Humble go see him? I don't know. I don't think that would be. So then he works with a group of physicians. That would be the taxis. Maybe I can't see him, but I can see one of his associates. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be great? Well, this is what we're doing. Or we're going to get to the point where we are now trying to pay for a limousine healthcare service with bus funds. That's kind of where we are. Okay, the healthcare industry, we've got a lot going on. I'm going to throw a bunch of numbers out at you, and then at the end I'm going to tell you how this affects you and where Walgreens as a pharmacy business finds itself able to help in this situation and what we're going to do right in the community to help meet these needs. We do you have a clicker? Because I'm going to move so fast through this. All right, which way are we going through this? All right, there you go. We're going to fill some of these gaps in the healthcare field, and we're going to do it relatively rapidly. With the healthcare changes, you know we're going to add about 2 million people to the state of Texas and covered individuals. That's a conservative number. We're going to add about 2 million of seniors. we're going to offer more and more prevention as we go along. The other way, of course, is as business owners, you're paying an enormous amount of taxes. You're probably fairly politically savvy in this room because who are business owners and you pay an enormous amount of taxes. But you're going to find that those taxes are going to be a greater burden if we don't watch them wisely. And as the political battle rages over how we're going to pay for all this health care, we'd like for you to remember that as a business, Walgreens Pharmacy has more to offer. And we can perhaps offer you at your business another solution that has a better price or will add to the healthcare gaps, fill in those gaps, and make the population of the United States more healthy. Especially in the Atascocita area, we have almost all of these available. If some of these things have caused you to wonder, I wonder, is there something I can do? Is there some way I can get this into my business? We have 4 store managers here that would be very happy to answer those questions. And I know I've gone through this extremely rapidly because we have a very short time frame here, but if you do have a question, I'd be more than happy to try and answer it about this. That was fast.
I want to flip-flop the next 2 speakers because I would like to piggyback on this and have Dr. Agarwal come on up and promote the health fair.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, and thank you to the Chamber of Carolina for coming over here. A little background on our group. I'm one of 10 cardiologists in our group in Humboldt, and we like to say we can do anything and everything that cardiologists are supposed to be doing in our community. We also practice out of Kingwood, Humboldt, and Medical Center. So everything that we do in the Medical Center, we brought over to the Humboldt area. We're very close and dear to the Humboldt ISD. Our group is actually the group that's responsible for doing all the screening of high school kids. And we found, the last 4 years that we've been doing it, we found several children that should not be participating in sports. And all the money that was generated from that, every single penny goes directly back to the athletic department so they can buy more equipment. So what I'm here to talk about today is our health fair. We have a huge health fair coming up next Saturday on the 30th at the Humboldt Civic Center. We're expecting about 5,000 to 8,000 people. And one thing that we promise to everyone that's coming is that you will not be spending even a single penny on any of the services. We're going to have lots and lots of free screening and testing, including blood work. Not just a simple glucose and cholesterol level, it will be the full cholesterol panel, full glucose and other blood tests, vision testing. We have an eye doctor that's going to do glaucoma testing, cataract testing. We have a dentist coming to do oral cancer screening. Bone density will be done for free. Lots of heart testing. Free EKGs, free stroke screenings, free circulation tests. If I just listed every single test that we're doing for free, it would take a long time. So we're doing it for the community. We're hoping to target a lot of people that don't have health insurance. So it's open to everyone, but we're really targeting our community citizens that do not have health insurance or have limited insurance, and we're going to bring them in, go through all the testing, and we're also going to feed them. We're going to have a 5-star breakfast and a 5-star lunch to go along with that, and they won't have to spend a single penny. The mayor's office has helped out quite a bit with this. The mayor has been very heavily involved. We've had lots of marketing. The billboards, the 2 digital billboards are constantly rolling our ads. All of the Title I Humboldt ISD schools, we're printing out 10,000 flyers. Each child in one of those Title I schools is going to take a flyer home to their mom and dad. It'll be in English at the top and Spanish at the bottom. And all the other schools, all the parents that have email access, they'll be getting the flyer emailed to them. What else have we done? The Observer has had the ad running for 3 weeks now. So that has a circulation of 87,000. So the word is really getting out. And we have hospital support. I see Tom is here. Northeast Hospital is helping us quite a bit with the blood draws and other things. And Kingwood Hospital is helping out as well. We'll have free diabetic foot checks. The University of Houston School of Pharmacy is coming to help out with volunteers and do blood pressure checks, and it's going to be a big event, big community event. We're expecting, like I said, several thousand people. We need your help in getting the word out. Please let your employees know. Please let your neighbors, friends. You all come, take advantage of this. I know I've had insurance forever, but even as a cardiologist, it's embarrassing, but I've never had my cholesterol checked, except for when I go to health fairs. Please come out, get the testing done. We have activities planned for kids, so it's not just for seniors or for adults. We have educational talks for kids. You know, I give talks at some of the middle schools and high schools, and I see that obesity has become such a big problem now. So Stephanie, our nurse in our office, she's going to be giving talks to kids about those topics. We have coloring contests for kids. We have an open-ended drawing contest for something related to heart disease. We have big prizes. If you guys have raffles that you can donate to us, that would be great. We still have 3 or 4 booth openings. We're going to have about 30 to 35 booths. Almost all of them are taken, but we do have 3 or 4 available. If you guys are interested, you can get in touch with Stephanie for that. It's going to be several thousand people. The congressmen have been invited. The mayor is definitely going to be there. A lot of high-profile people are going to be there. The oil companies, some of their presidents and CEOs are going to be there. It's going to be a huge event, but our focus, again, is to provide free services to as many people as possible. We're going to be equipped to go from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. nonstop and make it a very successful event. Our goal, eventually, is 1 year here, 2nd year here, 3rd year we're going to go big time at George R. Brown or Reliant, and hopefully serve 50 to 100,000 people for free. So we formed a foundation. It's called CBA Cares Foundation. It's formed by our group, our 10 cardiologists, and it's a nonprofit foundation, of course. And whatever is generated, of course, is going to be used for this fair and also for charitable events, particularly for Humble ISD. We're going to be giving out scholarships and other events that Humble ISD needs our help with. So please support it, please inform others, and let's make it a success. Any questions? All right.
At our last meeting, we had a presentation on the stuff, the work going on at Lake Houston Parkway in 1960. So today, we have Reginald Delgado coming in to give us a little bit of an update where we're at, and that we're not going to have any more traffic issues whatsoever.
Yeah, we do. We're going to make it better. As we said, my name is Reginald Delgado. I'm the project manager for the West Lake Houston project. And I have a colleague here, Danny Perez. He's with the Public Information Office. If you have any questions at the end, we'll be happy to handle them. I want to thank you for the opportunity. And we've run into a couple snags, but we're getting those figured out. In a couple of days, we'll be back on those. And then last will be our pedestrian facilities to install, which we're at 0% right now until the traffic signals are installed. We are going to have to open up the west but that's all I have for y'all on our project. If you have any questions, I'll be happy. Like I said, my colleague and I will be happy to answer them. Thank you very much.
I know that was really quick. Those of you that weren't here last month, if you have any questions, they'll be here for a few minutes to kind of explain what's happened out there. But I'm just tickled to death that it's almost finished. pleasure to introduce the next speaker, and then we'll finish up with our sponsor and with Charlie Dromgold with the Chamber. But still no sound on the... Okay. All right, perfect. So we had this young lady speak at our school board meeting Tuesday night. I first met her last May at the Quest Early College graduation, and I've been trying to figure out the perfect time to have her come in and speak. And she's been going all around the community talking, and she was fantastic Tuesday night. And I really believe that she'll add a whole lot to our meeting today. So without further ado, Missy Davenport, Quest Early College. Let's go ahead and show the video.
Atascocita principal touched on that, you can't just work on academics and nothing else. That is true. We have other things in our structure that help us do that. That is service. We do service to the community. You saw kids putting up tents. That is our Jesse Jones Park and Nature Center site. We go to elementary schools, we go to hospitals, we go to all over the place, everywhere. Adult learning centers is somewhere we work with people learning how to speak English, helping them use computer skills so they can go out into the community and get jobs. And things like that we do. Also, with getting an associate's degree. Like he said, I go around and talk about this a lot. And something that people, haven't grasped yet is that we're changing. The original Quest High School was off of Timber Forest, I think it was called. It's the Community Learning Center. That's where we were. We moved to Summer Creek High School, and then that was my freshman year, so 2 years ago. And then last year, we moved to the Atascocita Lone Star campus off of Lake Houston Parkway. We have changed from a small school of choice. If you didn't want to go to a large high school, you wanted to be in a small personalized environment. That's a place that you could go. Now we're changing more into, we're still a small school. Our max is 400, but we actually are more of a college. Every Tuesday and Thursday, except for today, I go to Kingwood, the Kingwood Lone Star campus, and I take classes there with other college students. Students that are maybe 35. I had a lady in my class, furthering education, she was 60. I actually got to work on a project with her. And that was an amazing experience for me. I'm 16, and I get to associate with these people, and they're learning just like I'm learning. I get to learn from their life experiences that I haven't actually gotten yet. I'm still in high school. And for that, it's a wonderful experience, a wonderful opportunity. And plus, we also have something called family. There's 10 families. Each one of them have a mascot. Kind of like this high school, they have different wings. They have the gold, the blue, I think there's a red. And you stay with that family of maybe 30. I think my family's 30. I'm a Taz, one of the mascots. We have little blues. We have islanders, different things. And you stay with that family for 4 years. You have freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And they all are together. And you build relationships. That's why you look at our freshmen and they're so mature, because they can associate with other 18-year-olds that are about to graduate. So you get the range of ages that we get to associate with, and it makes us more mature people. Also, being out in the community makes us part of the community. Most high schools, you sit at a desk, you learn, math, English, science, all day, and then you go home, you play video games, hang out with your friends, and then you go to the community, but you don't associate. You don't build relationships with community members. And that is something that I have gotten to do, and I'm very fortunate to do. Some of the relationships I've made is at elementary schools. My freshman year, I was a third grade teacher's aide at River Pines Elementary. Last year, I was a reading teacher. I worked with kindergarten all the way through 5th grade, sitting down every single Friday. And I taught children who had disabilities. Some of them were dyslexic. They could not read. They had issues of things like that. And I got to help them. I got to watch them grow. And I got to watch them learn things. And I felt important. I felt that I could do something. And I could, make a difference in the community. And now I go to Jesse Jones Park. My job, I do spinning and weaving. That is something that most children don't have the concept. You go to the store, you buy your clothes, and you go home and you wear them, and that's the only process. I get to teach value to kids, value of objects. Things that, most children, they don't understand yet. Which is understandable. I get to show them how you make the clothes. How did you get the fabric? How did you spin the cotton? Those type of things are valued. And I feel that our school makes a difference in the community. We make a difference in other children's lives. Like Kate was saying, is that I'm not just learning, but I'm teaching other children how the world works. I think it's very amazing. I know Ms. Yateman loves when I talk about myself and my achievements. Like you saw in the video, I am graduating this year. May 11th is my graduation. I will be staying at Quest to finish a half credit of English. And you're probably asking, why didn't you just test out of it and go on? I was thinking about it. I was. There's a couple aspects that kind of held me back. One of them was money. There's very few scholarships that I can really apply for being a junior. A lot of them are towards seniors. Also, I'm weird. There's saying, you don't meet 16-year-olds that are, already have 48 college credits and will have 67 by the end of the year. That makes me a transfer student, not a freshman. Most scholarships are for freshmen. And, I didn't know what to do. And honestly, that's something that's normal. I'm 16. I don't know what I want to do with my life. I know where I want to go, like in this direction, but, it's kind of hard. And I know I do want to be in, we talked about the medical field. I do want to be a doctor, go to medical school. And that's something I want to do my whole life. And, I'm going for it, but that's a lot of money. And that's something we teach here at Quest is that you go for it, you work for it no matter what. And that's one thing that held me back, but it's going to make me stronger. I'm going to get another associate's degree next year. I'm going to graduate in December with 2 associate's degrees. And, go for it. Then I'm going to graduate from high school in May with 2 associate's degrees and a college diploma.
Now you know why I've been so excited about having her come to speak to the community. What a story, and this is one story of many. One story of many that's happening just right down the road at Lone Star Kingwood in our Quest Early College program. And we couldn't be more proud of you, more proud of the staff, and more proud of the rest of your classmates. You are doing a fantastic job. We appreciate you. If you have some questions, they may have a little time before they have to leave. So thank you very much. Before I bring up Charlie, what I'd like to do is give Chris Black a few minutes with Artistic Stitches to kind of talk about their business. They are our sponsor, our presenting sponsor, and they've been a huge friend to the Chamber for many years and a huge friend in our community.
Hello, I'm Chris Black, and my mom and I own Artistic Stitches. We started it in 1999. We actually joined the Chamber the month that we started our business, so we've been a member since 1999. Used to be more active because my mom really did all that, but I'm retired, so I'm trying to do it. So this is a whole new thing for me. So anyway, we do screen printing, embroidery, vinyl stuff, rhinestones, promotional products, anything that you can put on your body or give out for your business, that's what we take care of for you guys. And I guess that's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now the grand poobah of the Lake Houston area Chamber of Commerce. Charlie Bronco.
It's called a lot of things, but not grand poobah. But why don't we just roll the videotape? Let's see, let me show you. what we're trying to do is to build this into the business day of the year for the chamber. This is the day that we can all come together and see what goods and services are available in our area, but also for you to be able to talk to other businesses, particularly larger businesses, but small businesses have a real hard time getting in to see. We're going to have them there for you to sit down one-on-one and find out what some of their needs are. So plan on coming. There's also going to be some great seminars. If you're wanting to develop a business plan, there's going to be a seminar to do that. If you're trying to expand your business and developing an expansion plan, we've got a seminar that's going to do that. If you're a minority business and you want to get your MBE certification, we're going to have a seminar to tell you how to do that. If you're a women-owned business and you're trying to get your WBE certification, we're going to have a class that's telling you that. If you're an Aggie business and you're trying to get from high school again, Connie Manziel will not be there, I'm sorry. We can talk him into it, but he's having to go to class online right now. But anyway, plan on coming out. It's going to be a great day, and we'd really like to have all of you there and tell your friends. And we still have a few booths left. So if you'd like to look at possibly having a booth, see Trish at the end of the BizCom.
How many businesses are registered for that now?
About 90,
No, we're about almost 80,
80.
and then plus the trade symposium.
But plan on coming out and just, this is a great opportunity to network and meet other businesses. A lot of people just, that don't really have time to have a booth or want a booth. They're coming out and visiting all that. So it's a great time to just meet a lot of business people. This is probably I guess you could call this our mega networking event. So come on out and spend the day, or at least spend some time out visiting with all of our businesses. Thank you.
A couple brief announcements. I've already been told that when I say brief, it doesn't really mean brief, but I will be brief, I promise. I know that Dr. Sconzo came in, and he's already been acknowledged for being here, but our superintendent of schools, Dr. Guy Sconzo, in the back of the room, thank you. One of the hardest working men in this community, I promise you. A couple announcements. The Education Foundation Gala is April the 5th. That's a Friday night at the Elmo Civic Center. It is almost sold out. If you have not gotten your sponsorship in, I think sponsorships are due. It's going to the printer tomorrow. But if you want tickets, tickets are still available. Also, Leadership Lake Houston, which is a group of young leaders that's put on by the chamber, and they have meetings once a month, and they travel around the community and learn more about the government entities, how the community works, and then they're getting plugged in. They do a service project each year. Their project this year is a book drive for North Belt Elementary. It's one of our Title I schools. So they're going to start advertising drop-off points. What their goal is for every student at North Belt Elementary to be able to take a book home for the summer, and then also create a larger library for each of the classrooms. So it's a big endeavor. They met with the folks at North Belt yesterday, and it's a very worthwhile event. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm Robert Sitton. I'm on the board of the Chamber of Commerce. I'm also one of the trustees here at Humble ISD, and help start these BizComs with Don Gaddy out in Summer Creek, and then we brought it here. Corinne Price in the back of the room, she handles our Kingwood BizComs, and she is the point person for the Chamber for these meetings. And to see where we came from a year ago to where we are today, it's amazing. Our next meeting will be here May the 2nd, and I believe we're at Humble High School on April the 11th, if I'm not mistaken. April the 11th at Humble High School. We'll be back here on May the 2nd. And when's the next Kingwood?
June 6th.
June 6th, okay? So, and Summer Creek is June 13th. So, with that said, thank you for your attention. I apologize for some of the technical difficulties, and if we seem a little rushed, it just kind of, with that happens right off the bat, it kind of throws a few things off, but appreciate you. You've got a few minutes. If you didn't get lunch, get lunch. Visit with some folks before you leave. Pass out a few business cards, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. I talked about artistic stitches, and I do apologize. Our first quarter sponsor, Atascocita Dentistry, my kid's dentist, they help sponsor lunch. And we appreciate them too, and I do apologize for slighting that. But thank you to our sponsors, and thank you to all of our speakers and our community partners. Thank you.